Life is not a smooth road. It's a battlefield. It's a journey with storms, valleys, mountains, and unexpected turns that test your patience and courage at every corner. Every single one of us will face moments where things don't go according to plan, where dreams collapse overnight, where people we trusted walk away, where doors slam shut, where health declines, where loss and pain knock on our door uninvited. And in those moments, the greatest temptation is to believe that life is unfair, that the world is against us, that destiny has written a cruel story for us. But here's the truth. You may not be able to control the circumstances that come your way. You may not be able to predict the storm. You may not be able to stop the pain. But you can control the way you stand in the middle of it. You can control the way you choose to respond. Because it is not the circumstance that shapes you. It is your response to it that defines who you become. Think about it. Two people can go through the exact same hardship, the exact same tragedy, and one comes out broken, angry at the world, while the other comes out stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. What was the difference? It wasn't the situation, it was the response. It was the decision one made to see possibility in the middle of pain, to see growth in the middle of difficulty, to see purpose even in suffering. Life is not always about what happens. It is about what you do when it happens. You cannot always stop the storm, but you can choose whether to dance in the rain or drown in it. You cannot always prevent the fire, but you can choose whether it burns you down or refines you into something greater. Some of the most successful people, the most inspiring leaders, the most powerful human beings we admire are not people who lived easy lives. They are people who went through hell and refused to let it define them negatively. They are people who responded with faith when they could have it with fear, who responded with perseverance when they could have responded with surrender, who responded with hope when everything around them screamed hopelessness. That's what Inky Johnson teaches us. He didn't ask for his football career to be taken away by injury. He didn't ask for his dreams to be shattered in an instant, but he decided that he was going to respond with gratitude, with courage, with a relentless spirit. And that choice, that response, is what turned his life into a beacon of inspiration for millions. The world will try to convince you that you're a victim of your circumstances, that because of your past, because of your failures, because of your background, you're limited. But the truth is, you are never limited by what happens to you. You are only limited by how you choose to respond. When adversity knocks on your door, you have two choices. You can let it crush you, or you can let it build you. You can let it make you better, or you can let it make you better. You can let it close your heart, or you can let it open your soul to greater strength. Every storm comes with a choice, and every response you make is a seed planted for your future. So how do you respond when life tests you? Do you quit when things get hard, or do you fight harder? Do you complain about what you lost, or do you focus on what you still have? Do you stay stuck in the pain of yesterday, or do you rise with the hope of tomorrow? Your response is your power. Your response is your weapon. Your response is your freedom, because you cannot control if people betray you, but you can control whether you become bitter or rise above it. You cannot control if you lose a job, but you can control whether you sit in defeat or use it as a chance to build something greater. You cannot control sickness, rejection, loss, or disappointment, but you control whether you allow those things to define your identity or whether you choose to keep your head high and keep walking with purpose. Every single day, life gives you opportunities to respond. Someone cuts you off in traffic. How do you respond? Someone disrespects you. How do you respond? Someone doubts your abilities. How do you respond? A door closes in your face. How do you respond? You see, life is not about waiting for things to be perfect. It's about learning to master yourself in imperfection. It's about taking control of the one thing. You will always have control over your attitude, your mindset, your response. You may not be able to control the storm outside, but you can always control the calm inside. You may not be able to control the battle, but you can always control the warrior inside you. And here's the beautiful part. Every time you respond with courage instead of fear, you grow stronger. Every time you respond with perseverance instead of quitting, you develop resilience. Every time you respond with gratitude instead of bitterness, you expand your capacity to handle life. Responses are like muscles. The more you train them, the stronger you become. That's why the people who seem unbreakable today weren't born that way. They were forged through their responses to difficulty. They chose to stand tall when everything tried to knock them down. And little by little, their responses carved a character that no storm could destroy. So when life hits you, when it brings pain, when it leaves you with scars, remember this. Scars are not signs of weakness. They are signs of survival.